Hi, my name is Robert Eaton, European Brand Ambassador for Hot Tools. I'm here today to share with you some hints and tips on how to create the very best looks using the Hot Tools. We're going to use the curl bar set. What I'll be doing is using the 19mm iron, turning it on and using the temperature dial that you can see here to create the perfect temperature for this particular hair type. So in this instance, I'm going to work with a 180 temperature. I'm going to use a flat wrap technique, pinching the hair between my fingers. And I'm actually going in a little bit closer to the roots and wrapping around the barrel. So in this instance, it's the 19mm barrel. I'm using the Cool Touch end of the barrel as well, so I can just rest my fingers. You can see how I'm going to move the barrel around a little bit as well. This helps to give more root lift. And one of the key things with this particular section is that we're working in a clockwise direction on each of the curls. And every single curl is going to be done in the same direction. When we move on to the next sections, we'll alternate this and move in a different direction then. So I've worked with the 19mm barrel to create these perfect curls that you can see. Now, as I've worked towards the front hairline, we're now going to change the direction that I'm working in. So I'm going to be working away from the face, but I'm also going to change the size of the barrel. So I'm going from the 19mm through to the 25. One of the things that I'm going to be changing here is working from a 180 temperature, and I'm going to be reducing this down to 160. The reason for this is because the hairline is slightly weaker, the size of the section is going to be slightly smaller, and we don't need to worry about having quite as intense heat to create the perfect curl. And now back onto the 19mm iron and back up to the temperature of 180, and we're going to work in the opposite direction. So we've got curls underneath going in a clockwise direction, and this time working in an anti-clockwise direction. So we're now curling in the opposite direction again to the last section. So there are 3 sections complete, working in one direction, then alternating to the opposite direction, and then back to the original direction again. What this does is gives us a much more interesting and more multi-dimensional wave. If we did it all in the same direction, you'd get quite a clean, precise wave, but because we want something with more texture and more movement, alternating like this gives us that bespoke and more individual finish to the curl. So one of the most important things when working with curls is to make sure you brush them out correctly afterwards. So I've got one of the new Hot Tools paddle brushes, and I'm just going to mist this lightly with hairspray. This just helps us to control any static and flyaway hairs. And then I'm going to work with my hands and the paddle brush to loosen and soften all the curls together.